take you guys on a nice little trip and show you the nice roads leading to Blanchland in Northumberland, up in the North Pennines. Hopefully this will work out. Then maybe if it works, I'll go from Blanchland into Hexham, which is a little town in Northumberland, a little market town. Yeah, it's not a bad day. Keeps trying to rain, but only lightly. Motorcyclists to have a discussion right on the junction of a roundabout. All the places, I wouldn't mind, it's a really wide roundabout, so they could even pulled over on the roundabout and it'd be a lot safer. Laybys here. In a dual carriageway. 75 accidents in the last 3 years on this road, up this hill. I don't know how well the hills will show on the camera, because obviously the camera's fixed to the van, so you're not going to, might not get the might not get the full effect of the hills, how steep they are and things like that. Blanchland, where I'm going, from what I've heard, that the area around there was all used for Catherine Cookson films. I don't know which ones, but you know, there's so many of them. You know, like the dwelling place and things like that, the gambling man. But I don't know which ones were filmed there. I would imagine the dwelling place, because from what I remember, that was set in quite a remote area, so it was really good. That actually was probably my favourite out of them, was the dwelling place. Denise's mum and dad like a stay at Slaley Hall, which is a very posh hotel place. You know, you can do golf and spas and health stuff and all sorts of things there, you know. I never realised how far away it was until I came here. I thought it was only sort of like 10 minutes along the road from where we live, but it's not. It's right up in the hills here. Kiln Pit Hill. This is my turn up. This is where the roads get a bit narrower. You got things like ducks and pheasant and all sorts of things running around on the roads up here. Blanchland, sometimes there's chickens running all over the road. Chickens is called, I can't think, but see 4 or 5 of them the last time I was up here, eating a dead rabbit on the side of the road. It just goes to show they don't just eat seed and grain and things like that. It's and pretty much probably eat anything, you know. A bit like pigeons are probably, you know, just scavengers. If there's something there, they'll eat it. No, I was feeding them. That's that pump. I didn't notice the last time I nearly took off on the thing. I know I was feeding them some of the bun from a packed lunch. I could have went left there and went to Blanchland, but I find this one more direct. There's not as many twisty, windy roads. Although when I get further along, you'll probably think I'm dumping a load of rubbish, but it's not as bad as the other bit. Actually, it was on one of my vlogs. I'm driving along thinking, have I come the wrong way? Because this certainly does not look like a proper road. It's just like some truck that goes between farms type of thing, you know. But it is the proper way. Got to be careful on the top of these little hills, because sometimes on the other side they drop down and maybe go off in a different direction, so you've got to take your time. And obviously there might be traffic coming as well. You don't want to end up in the middle of the road with a car coming the other way, or the road disappearing off to the left or whatever. Like this one, I think this one does that. Driving up here, but it's just out of the way from everything else that I do. That's the only downside. Plus I'm dreading coming up here in the winter. If it snows, oh my god, I'm gonna have me flipping sleeping bags with us and all sorts. Because there's no mobile phone signal up here. You just gotta hope that somebody comes across here. Somebody finds you. Be surprised, despite how sort of like remote it looks up here, people do actually use this route. I was following quite a few cars along here the other day. Oh, there's one there. Of the heather, things like that, the greens and the browns, and you can see, look at that scenery, absolutely beautiful. If you can tell, but this is pretty steep. Steep actually, left here feels like it's got a pop. Coming the other way, you can actually now take off on this little bump here. everything that have died on that hill. Seriously, you've got to go down in, I think, second gear, something like that, so that you're not using your brakes, because you'll have no brakes left at the bottom of the hill. And going up, it's like ridiculous. And this is Blanchland, lovely little church on the left. An old red phone box straight ahead, if you see that. So back out of Blanchland now, just past the Lord Crew Arms, and he is haunted. On our way to Hexham. Keep your foot down going up here so you don't lose the revs. Oh. Again, you probably can't tell how steep this is, but when you're coming up it, it's damn steep. And just at the top here you've got a little sharp left bend. Narrow bend there, anybody could be coming past. Then you've got that just here, it's quite a bottleneck really. If anybody's coming the other way, especially if there's a tractor coming the other way, it's not what you want. Just over the top there. I don't know if you're high enough to pick it up. Oh, look at all that heather in the distance there. The purple fields. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so you can tell why something like Catherine Cooks and things were filmed up here. For this kind of wilderness. Stomach just turned over there. See a few cars coming down the hill, coming the other way. One of them waved to say thank you for waiting. I hate ignorant drivers. straight ahead is where I came out before. And I'm going to go off to the left here to head towards Hexham. Well, giant, huge Christmas trees. I'd like to see the room that we could fit that into. Big, huge pine trees. Get your foot down along this road, 60 mile an hour. Obviously you've got to be aware of like any farm traffic or animals or anything pulling out. This is one of those roads where it's like there's a bend on this road somewhere that catches you out. You feel like you're going level, but you're not. You're actually you're going downhill. You don't realise until you go to press the brakes, and it's a bit harder to stop than normal. I know I mentioned that on. This is one of them here. It looks like you're level, but it's, I mentioned that on the vlog the other day. You out because you come up and you must be going out, still going downhill. You come up and it really fast. It just seems to like all of a sudden it's there. When you don't realise you're going that fast, you touch your brakes and it's a bit harder to stop than normal. The little humpback bridge you normally take off on. Oh, there goes my stomach again. Into Slaley itself, which is where Slaley Hall is. Quite an expensive place. If you want to play golf and you've got loads of money, come up here. I'm sure it's where some of the Newcastle United players sometimes play golf. They do celebrity things up there. Charity dues for whatever, you know, I'm sure they do a lot of that sort of stuff there. farms and things like that up here. If you notice this bend on the corner, see the big bollard he's put into the grass there? I wonder if he's sick of people ploughing into his dry stone wall, coming too fast around the corner, so he stuck a big bollard there. I'll say one thing: anybody who's a driver will know it doesn't matter what country you're in. There's a different skill involved when you're driving through rural countryside areas to what there is driving anywhere else. You've got to be totally alert. Anything can happen, like any changes in the road, and like bumps, hills, bends, all sorts of things. Little things like tractors pulling out and animals running across the road and all that sort of thing. You've got to be well aware of all that. It's a different skill set altogether to driving like in just a normal town. Icy as anything. Not looking forward to that at all. Downhill. I'm surprised. Well, surprised. When I say surprised, no, it's the wrong word. I suppose this is still classed as the Tyne Valley. Far to the very tight bridge up there. That was close. Not far to the very tight little bridge I'm going to go across. It's actually just down here. The camera doesn't really pick up how dark it is in amongst the trees. See the signs here. 20 foot wide maximum. You've got to get right across to the right and swing it right round. See the van, see how tight the bridge is there. It's a gorgeous little stream that's underneath them. I'd love to live in that house there. People tell if there's anybody coming across. I've not come head on towards anybody yet, so everybody seems to stop. dead. I still hate going over it. Down into Hexham in a moment. You see, there's Hexham. I need to be right next to that church. Hexham Cathedral or whatever it's classed as. Dry stone wall, or I love old walls in general. There's a one down here. I think it's cool because you can see things from previous buildings and things like that. You see it straight ahead there, like doorways blocked up. That's obviously very old. This is an old. I don't know how far Hexham dates back to. It's got all to do with Hadrian's Wall and things like that, so you're talking like the Romans and that sort of time period. I don't know how old it is from the very start. It's a lovely park. Squirrels running around all over the place in there. There's always loads of little posh cars, as I would call them. Audis and BMs and Mercs and things like that. Big four-wheel drives. Oh yes. Bentley's like that one that's just parked